Hey, this is Whitney with Redeemed Strength, Danville's women's only 24/7 gym and education center. Wanted to do a video where I talked a little bit about one of the things that we focus on here at the gym. So, most of you guys that know me personally or you know me from this gym, you know that I'm a registered nurse. I have been a registered nurse for over 15 years. So, not only am I a personal trainer and I'm also certified as a women's fitness specialist, but I am a registered nurse. And so, I have spent a lot of time in my career as a home health nurse. And home health, we service the population that is considered homebound. And what that means is that it is a taxing effort for them to get out of their home. And so most of you would probably think, oh, well, these are people that are in their 80s or their 90s, or they have extensive disease processes going on. But the reality of what I have seen over my years is we are seeing people as young as in their 20s, and yes, people in their 90s, but we are seeing a lot of people that are younger than you would think that are considered homebound. And so that means they are prisoners in their bodies, in their homes, which is a miserable way of life that wreaks havoc on their mental health. And any of you guys that are watching this that know that limitation to, just going to the grocery store, which is an everyday activity, just doing your laundry, just cleaning your house, those things being things that are a taxing effort on you, you know that physically and mentally that is just not an optimal way of life. So here at Redeemed Strength, my sister and I are very focused on not just looking at what your lifespan is, but what your health span is. So meaning that on into your 70s, 80s, and 90s, you have the functional ability to be able to do the things that you want to do. Now, inevitably, as we age, and especially for women, we are going to have a lot of changes around perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause. There are changes that our bodies are going to go through, but there are also a lot of interventions that we can do to help to minimize those effects. And we can age very strong and very capable in our bodies. So that is something that we are extremely passionate about here at Redeemed Strength. And to be quite honest with you, that is the number one reason that we created this gym, to be women only, because women's bodies change so much through their stages of life. So, we really want to make sure that you women know, men too, because it affects men too, but we really want to instill in women that whatever you want to do in your 60s, you need to be training for in your 40s. And whatever you want to do in your 80s, you need to be training for in your 60s. And it is never too late to get started on that process. Wherever you are physically, we can help you get started and we can help you move forward. So that kind of brings me to think about what the American woman sees when they look into any type of media, any type of things that are portrayed to us that we should look at as we're aging. And I feel like America has it very, very backwards. So a lot of times when we see any kind of video, media, any kind of magazines, literature, anything on men, it's like, oh, they age and they get this gray hair and they look like they have all this wisdom and they look so much more sophisticated as they age. And then you look at women and they're like, oh, women, you go downhill, you don't look as attractive, you're weaker, your bones are weaker, you just, as you age, you're just going to get worse and worse. And that is so false. And it is such a sad thing, because what it does is it keeps us looking way back here into our youth rather than looking forward into our future, which is where we need to be looking. There are great things that are going to happen to you no matter what stage of life you're in. There are great things. And the best way to enjoy those things is to make sure that you have prepared your body to be as physically strong and capable as it can be. You want to chase your children around, you need to be physically fit. You want to chase your grandchildren around, you need to be physically fit. You want to stay out of the nursing home, you need to be physically fit. This gym is nursing home prevention. That is exactly what this is, because we want you guys to stay at home and to be very functionally able. So we need to stop looking back at our youth, because we can't ever have that back. We cannot physically have that back. We can't, from just an aesthetic point, we can't have that back. But what we are absolutely guaranteed, if we keep on waking up day after day, is we are going to have a future. We are going to age. And it is 100% up to each individual person to own their body and to own their health and to take full responsibility of how they age. There are some things that we cannot prevent, but so much of what our body goes through as it ages is absolutely up to us. So I have been reading this book. I love Dr. Stacy Sims. She is an exercise physiologist, and she also is a longevity specialist. She was an endurance athlete. But I also have been reading this book, Unbreakable. I took the cover off of it, but it just came out. I've been waiting on it for months. And it is by Dr. Vonda Wright, who is a double board certified orthopedic surgeon, and she is a longevity specialist as well. She is 56 years old. She has had a child. She has gone through menopause, so she's now postmenopausal, and she is highly educated. So this book is amazing. So if you guys wanted to pick this up, it's Dr. Vonda with a V, Vonda Wright, and the book is called Unbreakable. And this is about aging with strength and power and being unbreakable. So there are a couple things in here that I wanted to read to you guys that really stuck out to me. The first thing is, the issue is not our aging, but our health as we age. We must take action to build an unbreakable life in which our health span equals our lifespan. So what does that mean? Your health span is when you physically feel able to do the things that you want to do, that you are not crippled by disease processes and by weakness or by injury. This means that you are healthy for the same amount of time that you live. We all know those people that age and they're unable to do the things that they want to do. And as I spoke about before, those that are considered homebound, and some of those people are even bedbound. That is completely unacceptable. And in most cases, it's completely preventable. But what does that mean? It means that mobility is the key to a healthy future. It is the key to a healthy you. And here at Redeemed Strength, no matter how old you are, no matter where you are in your stage of life or your stage of fitness, if you haven't even started your fitness journey, we've worked with a lot of women that have not ever even had a fitness journey, and we are building custom plans for them and starting and building them from the ground up so that they can age with strength and dignity. Your health span needs to equal your lifespan. So the other thing that I wanted to read to you guys is, your mind can't go forward if it's constantly looking back, mired in youth worship and constantly referring to, I used to be able to. Ladies, I am in my 40s, and I definitely can tell a difference from when I was 20 years old. When I was 20 years old, I didn't have that much discipline. My body felt pretty good most of the time, and I was active, but I was never structured or disciplined in a workout routine. And now that I'm in my 40s, I'm thinking I could have been an amazing athlete, or I could have been so much stronger if I would have known what I know now back in my 20s. And so that is a huge passion that we have here. And a realization that I had to come to was, while I can't ever get back my 20-year-old body, I can help instill education and just experience and technique and all these things maybe into a 20-year-old who then can in turn take that education and take that ability in her 20s and create the unbreakable strong body that she wants and carry that through the rest of her life. But I can also relate to the women that are a little bit older and they know that they aren't what they used to be. I've had babies, I understand. I've nursed those babies and not lost the weight while I was nursing those babies, which is what they tell you is going to happen. That does not happen for every woman. Let me tell you that. I don't lose a pound of any of my fat until I'm done nursing my babies. But I've gone through that frustration. And, so I just want to reach out to you guys and say, we can't look forward, and forward is what is absolutely 100% guaranteed to us. If we keep waking up every single day, we are going to get older. We are not going to get younger. So your youth is what it is. You either laid down a good foundation or you didn't. And you can't change that. But what you can change is what you're doing right now, today, for your body to age well in the future. But you can't go forward if you're constantly looking back. Don't let your history, your past, cripple you. Know that you can have a strong future. We can start you from the very beginning, from the very baseline of your physical fitness, and we can build strength in you. We need to be doing balance and stability. We need to be doing resistance training. We see osteoporosis in women as they get menopausal and their estrogen levels start to drop off. Estrogen helps with bone health. It also is a big anti-inflammatory. It's a mood booster. It helps with everything. Strength training will help boost your body's estrogen levels naturally. So we need to be doing strength training. That's also going to put the necessary tension on your muscles and your bones as you lift those heavy weights to tell your bones, hey, wait a minute, there's some tension here. We're going to need to build back up. There's a lot of scientific studies out there right now that are really, really pushing strength training in older women that are osteoporotic. And there are a lot of studies that are saying we can actually, without medication, we can reverse osteoporosis in women strictly with strength training. We also, sarcopenia is just a fancy word for age-related muscle loss. As our estrogen drops, as we get perimenopausal, menopausal, and especially postmenopausal, those estrogen levels drop. And so we see a lot more of inflammation, and we also have a harder time building muscle. So our nutrition needs change. Our training needs change. Women change so much. And so we wanted to build a facility that had all the equipment that any woman would need at any point in her lifespan to come in here and to get an absolutely effective workout. But we also wanted to build a facility where they felt comfortable to come in and we could provide the education no matter where they were in their lifespan, so that we could teach you wherever you are, this is where we need to start to get you where you want to be. And that all has to do with forgetting your past, whatever's done is done, and looking forward to your future. The most important thing is that you build a strong body so that you can remain active and independent. And that's the main thing that we want to push here at Redeemed Strength, is to age with your health span that matches your lifespan. And we can absolutely do those things no matter where you are. So I hope you guys have a phenomenal day. I hope that this made sense to you, and I hope that it inspired you to realize that no matter what you did or didn't do in your youth, you absolutely can own your body and you can own your fitness level today. And come see us, because we can absolutely help you no matter where you are.